So have you ever been asked, so what do you do? And your brain just goes completely blank? Or maybe you start talking super excited about your project or your business, but then you see their eyes glaze over. Let's be real, my friends. That's more than just awkward. It's a missed opportunity, a missed connection, a potential client walking away, maybe even a missed chance at funding or that dream job in your dream country, in your dream city. That fumbled introduction is the pain point that we're tackling head on today. So I'm going to give you strategies and you are going to be much more confident communicating in English. Let's jump right in. So what if I told you that you can nail that introduction every single time? What if you could clearly, concisely, elegantly, compellingly explain what you do in under a minute, leaving people genuinely interested and wanting to know more? That's exactly what I'm going to teach you in this lesson. So we are diving deep into crafting your amazing elevator pitch. And by the end of these 7 or so minutes, you'll have a clear step-by-step framework to build a pitch that feels authentic to you and actually opens doors. So forget the rambling, forget the blank stares. Let's get you pitching with confidence. All right, first things first, before you even jot down a single word, you need to know your goal. I know, it sounds basic, but this is really the foundation. Why are you even having this conversation in the first place? What do you want the outcome to be? For example, are you hoping to schedule a follow-up meeting? Do you want to get someone interested enough to visit your website or to enlist your services? Maybe it's to simply make a memorable connection for future networking, or maybe you're looking for investment or trying to land a client right then and there. Your goal dramatically shapes the point of your pitch and especially how you end your pitch. So pause this lesson, take 10 seconds right now. Ask yourself, what is your primary goal when you introduce yourself or your work? Got it? Good. Pause right here and answer that question. Okay, so now let's build this thing. Think of it like constructing something absolutely awesome. Maybe you need the right pieces. After you introduce yourself, hi, my name is MD, for example, then you jump right into the problem. Why? Because people connect with problems that they understand, right? You need to make that relevant to them and relatable. So you frame the pain point clearly. Instead of just saying something like, we manage social media, you could instead say, you know how most small business owners feel totally overwhelmed trying to keep up with social media consistently? Right? Do you see the difference there? You're tapping into a feeling, a shared struggle. You spend a moment really defining the core problem your audience likely faces. And again, make that relevant to them. So you've got to know what they're struggling with. Next up, your solution. So this is where things get interesting. This is where you explain how you solve the problem that they have. But here's the key. You focus on the benefits, not just the features. The truth is nobody really cares about your synergistic platform integration, right? They care about what it does for them. So if we continue with our example, you would say, well, we provide super simple tools and templates that let them create and schedule a week's worth of engaging posts in under 1 hour. So what's the benefit there? Saving them time, reducing overwhelm, getting results. So the key with this is you want to be clear, you want to be concise, and you want to highlight the value. Now that we have those two things completed, you want to focus on the unique selling proposition or the USP. This is your secret sauce. In other words, what makes you different? Why should they choose you over your competition? Why should they pay attention to you over everyone else? This part is crucial. So what's your differentiating factor or factors, in other words? Maybe it's your unique technology, a patented process, incredible speed, amazing customer service. Maybe it's a niche focus. Maybe it's proven results. Maybe it's exceptional work. Whatever it is, don't be shy. You need to spell it out for them. So following with our example, you might continue with, and unlike generic scheduling tools, our platform uses AI specifically trained on their industry to suggest relevant content ideas. Boom. That's a differentiator. So think hard and feel free to pause this lesson again and answer the question, what is your unique edge? So what have we done so far? We've hooked them. We've explained the problem. We've offered your brilliant solution. And we've highlighted why you're special. Don't just stop. You need a call to action. Do you remember that goal that we set at the beginning when I asked you to pause and think about what you're trying to achieve by sharing this elevator pitch? Well, your call to action, your CTA, is how you're going to guide the conversation towards it. And it doesn't have to be aggressive. It could be something as simple as, would you be open to a quick 15-minute call next week where I can show you exactly how it works? Or would you be interested if I sent you a demo? That way you can test it out yourself. Or you could even go softer, like, if that sounds interesting, I can send you a link with more details. Or you can even simply just say, I'd love to connect on LinkedIn if you're open to it. So the key here is to make a clear indication what the next step is. Don't leave them guessing and don't leave them to decide what that next step should or will be. All right, let's talk about a super important point here. Your elevator pitch isn't carved in stone. I repeat, your elevator pitch is not carved in stone. What does that mean? It means that you need to tailor it to who you're talking to. So, for example, pitching to a potential investor is going to be very different than pitching to a potential customer or someone you just met at a networking event, right? Think about it. An investor is going to care about market size, scalability, ROI, return on investment. A customer is going to care about how you solve their specific problem and make their life easier. And a networking contact that you just met might need the gist to see if there's common ground. So before you walk into that room or jump on that call, think, who am I talking to? What do they care about most? Okay, those two questions. Who am I talking to? And what do they care most about? Okay, and if you answer those two questions, you're going to be able to adjust your emphasis accordingly. Now, this does not mean that you change your whole elevator pitch completely and that it's a very different thing. No, the core is the same, right? But you're going to highlight different things. Different highlights, same core message. That's very important. All right, so now you can have the most perfectly written words, but if the delivery is off, it just falls flat. Okay, so here's how to nail it. These are some strategies that you can use to get your delivery spot on. Keep it short. Seriously, practice timing yourself. 30 to 60 seconds is really the sweet spot. Respect their time, okay? Everyone's busy. Next one is to be human. Ditch the robotic language and the dense jargon and the abbreviations that you would have to define. Use contractions, be conversational. It's okay to stumble over words here and there because that's just natural, okay? And L1 native speakers do this all the time. Passion. If you aren't excited, why should they be? So let your genuine enthusiasm shine through and seep out of your pores. It's contagious. Practice out loud. This is non-negotiable. So practice at every opportunity you have. Practice in the car, practice in the shower, practice while you're picking up your kids from school. Record yourself on the phone, record yourself on video, and then play it back and watch what you do. Get comfortable with the words so that they flow naturally. The goal is not to memorize it, okay? You want to internalize what you're saying so that you can make the necessary changes depending on the audience, and also to be able to do that on the fly, right? On the go. All right, avoid common pitfalls. So don't go on too long. Don't try to cram everything in. Don't forget your call to action. And very important here, listen to, right? It's a conversation starter, not just a broadcast. In other words, you don't want to just be on your soapbox talking and talking and talking. You want to invite conversation, and you want it to be a real back and forth. All right, so let's recap the magic formula. You first start with your goal, okay? Hook them with the problem. Explain your solution and focus on the benefits. Then highlight your USP, which stands for your unique value proposition. And then you're gonna make your clear call to action. Remember always to tailor it to your audience. And lastly, practice your delivery so that you're super comfortable with it. Crafting a great elevator pitch takes a little bit of upfront effort, but the confidence and the opportunities that it unlocks is absolutely worth it. So you now have your roadmap, and I'm going to give you your little mission, should you choose to accept it. It's to sit down today and start drafting your elevator pitch using these steps. And then I want you to refine it, I want you to practice it, and I want you to make it authentically yours. You've got this. So go out there and make those amazing first impressions. And if you would like to join us in our community, Explearning Communication Academy, we will be able to provide you feedback on your elevator pitch, and you can also meet with members to chat about your elevator pitch, as well as a host of other amazing topics that you can enjoy in the community. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.